Hey everyone, how's it going today? It's Coach Alvarez here. Another episode of Coffee with Coach. A little different topic today. Still listening to my Jocko and all my other goodies today, but I wanted to bring up a topic that I kind of hold dear to me a little bit, because I always hear this phrase: happy wife equals happy life. That's not always the case. The reason why I bring it up is because, like I said, I hear this phrase all the time. But I got a phone call this morning on the Academy phone. Individual calls me up. It's about 7:30-ish, somewhere in there. I was like, man, it's kind of early for someone to be calling the work phone so early. And so I let it ring. They left a voicemail, listened to the voicemail, and they're explaining to me how they used to train with me. They went ghost on me, didn't finish out their agreement, that whole thing. And they want to get back into jiu-jitsu. It's been about a year or so. I think that's what they said. And, hey, can I give them a call and see, what we can do? So, yeah, absolutely. Call them back. So I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And he's like, well, he's doing other things. It's the same thing. Always the same thing. Like, running's not really my thing, like working out. It's like he enjoyed the jiu-jitsu. It kind of gave him a feeling that, nothing else really gives you. And you don't really know you're working out because you're so focused on, grappling and the training and stuff like that. You're on good people, and you're not, when you're running, you're running. When you're lifting weights, you're like actually lifting weights. When you're grappling, yeah, you're grappling, but you're also in the moment and defending yourself and attacking and that whole thing. So, we get into the conversation. I'm just trying to get a feel for, what's bringing the individual back. Why do you want to train jiu-jitsu again? You left it. It's been about a year. Go a little deeper into the why and why you want to come back. And, just some things just didn't seem right. So somehow or another, just something today made him pick up the phone, give a call, and see how he can get back on the mat. That takes a lot, especially if you didn't finish out your agreement and you just went ghost, that takes a lot of guts to kind of just, swallow your pride and ego and call someone back that you just kind of left hanging and say, hey, can you help me out? So I was like, yeah, let's see what we can do, So, but he had the phrase in there, well, everything was going good. And then he says, well, I also got to talk to my wife again. Then he makes the phrase, happy wife equals happy life. And I said, well, that's not necessarily true all the time, because what if your wife says no? What if she says no? What if she says, no, we can't do it, or we can't afford it, or I don't want you to do it, whatever the excuse is. How are you going to feel? What are you going to be like? Are you going to accept another year, another day, another week, another month of feeling the way you feel? Something's incomplete. Something's not all the way there, and you're trying to get there. And you think jiu-jitsu, or jiu-jitsu can help you with that completion, you should do it, okay? Because otherwise, what's going to happen if this individual, and I hope he does come in tomorrow. He's supposed to come in tomorrow, hopefully talk to the wife, get all that. So my thing was like, look, you have to explain to the missus, or whoever we're talking about here, could be anyone, right? That your health is important. Your mental health is important. Your physical health is important. You want to be a better person. Okay. This is not playing darts after work, or going to the pool hall with the buddies after work, or like, some people play kickball after work, or they play softball. They grab an 18-pack of beer, a couple cases of beer, get some coolers, and they're just out hanging out after work. Just, just socializing, really no health benefits to it, especially if you're drinking beer while you're playing softball or kickball or even golf, right? Supposed to be exercising, but you're knocking down some cold ones after that. Jiu-jitsu is not that. We're not on the mat. We don't have a cooler full of drinks, and we're not just hanging out just to hang out. We're trying to improve ourselves. Jiu-jitsu has so many health benefits, physical wise, and especially mental, And I was like, you have to explain to the missus that this is good for you. This will help change you into a better you, which will in turn make the whole family better, make your relationship better, make you a better person to be around. And without it, you're going to be that same individual for another year or however many years it takes for you to come back and actually do jiu-jitsu. And what's really hard for some individuals is that they just don't understand jiu-jitsu if they've never done jiu-jitsu. It just looks like we're a bunch of guys or girls, a lot of ladies train jiu-jitsu, on the mats just wrestling around, just kind of goofing off. And that's not the case, okay? That's definitely not the case. There's no alcohol, there's no other drugs or anything like that, man. It's just individuals on the mat trying to improve themselves, right? And it gives you a sense of completion that you're missing. Maybe you played sports all your life and you graduate from high school, get a job, and now you're not doing anything. Kind of let yourself go. Or maybe college and you get done, you're missing the team, camaraderie, that kind of thing. And now jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu can give you that. But someone is telling you, you can't do that. You can't do that. And because you can't do that for whatever reason, you're going to continue to walk around, incomplete, kind of miserable, unhappy. Can't do that. I've given examples before about putting your mask on first. We used to fly, okay? We used to fly quite a bit. Haven't flown in a while, but I was flying almost every weekend, every other weekend. Same speech. Doesn't matter what airline it is, what you travel on. Get some turbulence, something happens, masks are going to drop. Put your mask on first so that you can breathe, because if you can't breathe, you can't help the person next to you, the kid next to you, the lady next to you, whoever's next to you. You can't help anyone else unless you're able to breathe. So that's the analogy with like jiu-jitsu. If you're not doing what you want to do, doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu, it can be anything. If you are not doing something that is making you a better person because someone else is telling you that you can't do that for whatever reason, how does that equal a happy life? It's an unhappy life. It's not a complete life, okay? It's incomplete. You need to be an individual that explains to someone that, hey, this is important to me. I need this. I don't know how many times I've had guys, mainly guys, tell me, their wives gave them such a hard time about jiu-jitsu in the beginning. And then after a while, their wives are pushing them to go to class. Hey, you're kind of grumpy. You're ornery. You need to go release some stress. Go to class. So one in the beginning is like, hey, they're giving you a hard time about it. And then the next minute, they're like, you need to go. You need to go to class because, you're stressed out. You need to go, feel better. Go get around the guys, go train, get a good sweat in. And then I know when you come back, you're going to be a better person because of that. So, and guys and ladies, like I'm talking about this from experience, okay? I've been there. I've done that. I had to fight and fight and fight to go to jiu-jitsu class, okay? It was tough because one minute you're there every single evening, and the next minute this jiu-jitsu thing comes along. You find this thing that you become passionate about and you're getting in better shape and you're looking good and you're feeling better. You're around better people that are more motivated and have some goals. And then all of a sudden the missus or whoever it is like, hey, where you going? We used to do this on these evenings and now you're doing that. So it would come some friction, some conflict there. So there has to be a balance there, because if you're training every day, of course, yeah, you're messing up, right? So like for me, when I was a blue belt, purple belt, throughout the belt ranks, my days were Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Okay, I have 4 days to go to class. Tuesday night, we'd cook dinner, eat dinner around the table, have conversation, do that whole thing. Wednesday, Thursday, I'm training jiu-jitsu, get home kind of late. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where I'm at with the family, okay? Doing family stuff or having dinner or whatever. I would also get crap about going to class like at Saturday morning class, okay? Our Saturday morning class, I think, was like 10 a.m. Mrs. be like, hey, why you got to go to class? Where you're going? And not trying to put her on blast, but I'm like, you're still like in your PJs, just kind of laying around, not really doing anything. What difference does it make if I'm going to class, like, and you're just kind of hanging out around the house on a Saturday morning, not really doing much? I'm going to class. Like, I'm going to go get my workout in because I feel better after jiu-jitsu. I get home from jiu-jitsu class, guess what? I'm ready to go to the movies. I'm ready to go to lunch. I'm ready to go here, go there. I feel good. But you take that from me, and I know I'm supposed to be in class, and instead I'm sitting on the couch eating pizza or something, you know, because you just want me to just sit at home and watch a movie because you don't want me to go to class. Now I'm just laying around, not burning any calories, getting out of shape, and I'm kind of grumpy. I'm just like, I'm there, but I wasn't really there. You know what I mean? Like I was like a little kid. I was pouting. I'll be honest with you. I was pouty face, you know, because I was like, man, I'm supposed to be at jiu-jitsu class right now, but man, I gotta lay in the couch. We're gonna watch TV. You know, there was no Netflix or anything like that back then. We were just watching regular just shows or whatever we were watching back then. I don't know. It was at the beginning. And then after a while, I was like, enough's enough, man. Like, you know what? I'm gonna set my schedule. These are the days I'm going to class, and I'm going to class. Okay. And then that's where, like, you know, I brought up situations with my mom and, hey, you want to come over for dinner and blah, blah. Nope, going to class. Hey, you want to do that? Nope, going to class. Going to class. I feel good after going to class. I'm going to class. I worked all day. General Motors, hated going to work. Supervisors, man, they were something else, man. You know what I mean? And if anyone's catching this and you worked at General Motors, you know, like, man, we had some bad supervisors. So long day at work, you know, jiu-jitsu was like, I don't know, man, that was the fix. That helped me sleep better. It was a great way to end a bad day, you know, because a lot of the days at work weren't really good days. And so, you know, I had to do what I had to do. So anyways, fellas, ladies, whoever it is, it doesn't matter if it's jiu-jitsu, it could be anything else. If there's something that you want to do out there, I'm not telling you to just go all nuts and, you know, just, you know, there's got to be some compromise. All right. There's definitely got to be some compromise. I compromised. I set a schedule, let them know, hey, look, these are the days that I'm training. And I wouldn't have over 20 years of jiu-jitsu in. I wouldn't be a third-degree black belt. I wouldn't have 12 years of my business if I allowed that to happen a long time ago. So I would be miserable right now. Looking back at my life, probably still working at General Motors, being like, man, what if I just went to jiu-jitsu class? What if... Now, I'm not saying everyone watching this or going to hear this is gonna, like trying to open up a school, but I would have been miserable for all these years if I didn't finish going to jiu-jitsu class. So, like the individual that called this morning, something's missing. He's looking to get back on the mats. Hopefully we can get him back on the mats. But people, understand, you have to be happy too. When you're happy and you're complete, everyone else around you is happy. Okay? Because you're like upbeat, vibrant, like feeling good about things, and you're going to be doing good things for other people because you're in a happy place. Okay? It's like Happy Gilmore, man. He had a happy place, right? And then all of a sudden he's not in his happy place. And then he's all sourpuss and everything else, and his golf game went to crap, right? Like, can't be like that. Got to have your happy place. Everyone deserves a happy place. Compromise, talk to the missus or whoever it is, and make them understand, I need this. And this makes me feel better. It's healthy for me physically and especially mentally. All right, guys? So there's no debate about that, man. You got to be happy first before anyone else can be happy. And if you're not, you're shortchanging everyone else around you. All right, you guys have a great day and a great weekend. I'll catch you next time.